So much. Well, Chrysler dealers across the nation will learn later today whether they've been cut from the team when the automaker releases a list of which of its 3,200 dealerships will keep their doors open. Dealers aren't waiting idly by to be cut as they meet with lawmakers in Washington, D.C. to try to keep their businesses open. With us now is Stephen Lerner. He's a partner at the Squire, Sanders and Dempsey Bankruptcy and Restructuring Practice. He is representing a committee for terminated Chrysler dealers. And Wade Walker is the director of the National Automobile Dealers Association. It organized the dealer meeting in Washington, D.C. He's also the president of Walker Motors. Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Alexis. Thank you for having me.
All right, so
good morning.
Stephen, first of all, bring us up to date. What is the very latest that you know of at this point in terms of when Chrysler might announce which dealers are not going to survive and what their potential case is, not only with the Auto Task Force, but with the bankruptcy attorneys?
Alexis, we will learn today in a filing that Chrysler must make before the end of the business day that identifies those dealers that Chrysler believes preliminarily will be on a list to be assumed and assigned to the new Chrysler. That's the entity that will be controlled by Fiat and the UAW. Dealers who are not on that list are at risk for termination of their franchises. Now, we cannot overstate the devastating impact that these dealers will suffer if their franchises are terminated, which is Chrysler's intention. We don't know exactly how many Chrysler will select for termination, but we're not sitting idly by. We're working together with our committee, of which Wade Walker is a member. We're supported by hundreds and hundreds of other dealers who are participating in this effort, and it's our job to work collaboratively with Chrysler, with the Auto Task Force set up by the Obama administration and others to ensure that these dealers do not suffer disproportionately in their treatment in this case.
All right, Wade, let me talk to you. I understand that you have a combined dealership between Jeep, a Chrysler vehicle, and a Ford dealership in Vermont. You believe that you will be one of the dealers terminated. Tell me why.
I think Chrysler is going to take the dealers that are not with that don't have their three brands, and they're going to look at those first to carry forward. Then they're going to look at the dealers that are paired with another manufacturer and look at those to get rid of them. That's why I feel I will be. I'm in a small market. Vermont's not that big, and I'm in a small market, and I believe they will take my franchise today.
Wade, if you do find out that they took your franchise, I know you're a member of the National Automobile Dealers Association. Do you know at this time what kind of recovery efforts or repayments you could get through this Chrysler bankruptcy, or do you believe that what you got on your lot you're stuck with?
Well, at this point, they've given us no indication, so we are taking the stand that we're stuck with what we have. We're worried about our employees, we're worried about our community, we're worried about everything, but we're thinking that they are going to leave us with what product we have with no remedy to get rid of it.
So Wade,
Alexis, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, Stephen. I mean, what is a guy like Wade supposed to do? You're left sort of holding the bag.
Well, that's exactly the point I was going to make. What's critical to understand here, and it's what we're going to be discussing next week in a meeting we expect to have with the Auto Task Force, is that there are state law rights that dealers have under every state. It's a statutory scheme which is designed to protect dealers. Dealers are a protected class. They're different from other creditors in the Chrysler case. Our concern is that Chrysler is seeking to use the bankruptcy laws to avoid compliance with these state laws. We are confident that the Auto Task Force, that Chrysler understands the devastating impact on dealers, and we're hopeful and confident that they'll work with us to fashion some form of relief. But if we do not get an acceptable deal for the benefit of our participating dealers, then we're prepared to go into court as early as next week and make clear that these dealers have rights under state law which the bankruptcy laws can't run over. And we're fully prepared to proceed.
So Wade, I understand members of your organization are going to meet with the Auto Task Force. What do you want them to know? What net result do you think can come of this if, in fact, they've already announced that they are going to let go of as many as 800 dealers?
Well, it's still in the control of the car committee, and it's still in control of the bankruptcy judge. The best hope we could ever have, the panacea would be that they don't cut the dealers. They actually let the free market system decide which dealers stay. If not, we have to back up and try to make the best for the dealers and not just let the dealers be abandoned totally by Chrysler as of 30 days from the announcement.
So, but Wade, the only thing that confuses me a little bit about it, and I understand this is an incredibly difficult time, is how could the free market determine which dealerships survive and do not survive? As you know, this is a quasi-prepackaged bankruptcy. They want to get out of it as quickly as possible. So how does the free market do that?
Well, you have to understand that dealers do not cost manufacturers money. We actually are revenue for them, because a manufacturer never sells an automobile unless a dealer buys the automobile. The customer buys the automobile for the consumer. So with that being said, now what happens is that they let all the dealers go. The consumers will go and buy where they want to buy, and there'll be an orderly fashion of how the dealers go away if there's a need for those dealers to go away. Otherwise, there's going to be this mass exodus of 800 dealers, which is going to create a huge, across the country, job loss, which nobody's paid attention to. We've all paid attention to the UAW, but we haven't paid attention to the auto dealers, which in the state of Vermont could mean upwards of 200 jobs just in 30 days.
Yeah, a very important issue. I know we've been talking about this. Jeff Locke has been saying an average dealer in some cases has as many as 53 employees. It could be thousands of people across the country. Stephen and Wade, gentlemen, thank you very much for talking about this. I hope you guys will join me again. Let me know how the meeting goes today.
We'd be happy to. Thank you.
All right. Well